back to Happily Adventures After, your source for all of our Hey Disney videos and podcasts, blog posts, and so much more. I want to welcome you back to our weekly series, Hey Disney, Give Me a Review, where we give you a real and honest review with all the info you need on a specific Disney topic. So whether that be, an attraction at Disneyland, or maybe it be a restaurant at Walt Disney World, or maybe just be an overall experience, we are here with those reviews to help you plan your trip and help make your day a little bit brighter with some Disney stuff. This week, we are back with a Hey Disney Give Me a Review on Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is such a neat attraction and absolutely amazing. And I am excited to share it with you. So let's dive into this Hey Disney, Give Me a Review. One of the most immersive and absolutely unforgettable experiences at Walt Disney World isn't a high-speed roller coaster or a cutting-edge dark ride. Really, it's Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is a breathtaking open-air expedition through the heart of Disney's animal kingdom. This attraction transports guests to Harambe Wildlife Reserve, a sprawling 110-acre landscape that feels more like an actual African savanna than an Orlando theme park. From the moment you board your rugged safari truck to the final turn back to the station, Kilimanjaro Safaris offers an awe-inspiring glimpse into the beauty of nature, complete with real animals, unpredictable encounters, and a sense of adventure that rivals anything Disney has created. So, it kind of gives you an idea of what Kilimanjaro Safaris is. It is a guided safari experience that takes guests about 20 minutes, give or take. Sometimes it can be longer because animals are unpredictable, right? They're real wild animals. So sometimes maybe the hippo who's in the pool, he wants to stay there and we want to look at him a little longer. Maybe a zebra is going to cross your path and he's going to stay there for a few minutes. So it can be a little bit longer. So if you're looking at this in between, for instance, a dining reservation or a lightning lane, know that and plan accordingly. You might want to take a little bit more than that allotted 20 minutes when planning out your time, just in case something happens. And this is a journey through a meticulously crafted environment, and it is designed to replicate the landscapes of East Africa. Unlike traditional theme parks or attractions, this ride doesn't actually rely on animatronics or any screens. Every single thing you see here is real. Over 30 species of animals roam freely across vast open spaces, and because animals move on their own, no two rides are the same. Plus, this ride is not on a track. Instead, a skilled Disney cast member drives a large-scale open-air safari vehicle throughout the reserve, and it navigates the adventure and offers fantastic views that are different every single time along the way. Plus, yes, we might have specific animals we see and we're about to encounter, but not everyone is the same. I've been on different safaris where I've seen one giraffe or I've seen 6. I've seen quite a few painted dogs that look similar to the hyena, and I've seen none. It just depends on the day that you were there and everything going on. Plus, I'm going to just shout out, there are some actual series on this on Disney Plus, so I highly suggest you check it out if you want to learn a little bit more about the animals in the safari. There are shows on Disney Plus on it, so it's really neat to see what's actually going on. For instance, if an animal isn't there, they might be getting a medical checkup or something like that, and you can kind of understand behind the scenes on that. Whether you're looking for a spotting guide for a giraffe or anything that's on the top of your safari vehicle, they have all those spotting guides up there, or maybe you want to see an elephant splashing in the water. Or the pride of lions is taking a nap because that's all they do. And a fun little tidbit, the lions are actually on the rock and they're cooled. So the rocks are cooled to make sure that they sleep on those rocks and get some shade. There's a little fun Disney fact behind the scenes for you. And so that guests can see them, but they are usually asleep most of the time because lions do sleep a lot of the day. Every moment in the safari feels very unscripted, absolutely alive, and 100% unforgettable. Though we touched on this a little bit, I want to break this down for you so you can understand the attraction that you may be boarding and going through. How does this actually work? Well, guests board a large safari truck that seats about 30 people in a row with bench seating. The truck moves at a varying speed depending on the terrain and the location of the animals along the route. Remember I said sometimes we might have to stop because a zebra's in our path? Well, then we would slow down and stop. Or if we need to kind of go quickly around an area just to move out from other vehicles, we'll speed up. I hope that makes sense for you. There are no seat belts, just so you know. So the vehicle is designed to feel like a real safari Jeep, so the no seat belts adds to the authenticity of the experience. It is required that guests that are younger, so kids, do not sit on the outside if a parent is there. So parents are required to sit on either side of the doors, and then the older child has to sit on the outside, just to ensure no little ones fall out or get hurt. Because you never know, something can always happen if you hit a turn or something. So an adult's a lot more cautious of doing anything, and they weigh more than a small little one. The driver, who is acting like your guide, will point out the animals, share conservation efforts, and explain how Disney's Animal Kingdom plays a role in protecting endangered species. Some areas of the reserve are separated by cleverly designed barriers, and these are disguised so no animal can endanger another one in the safari or in the savannah. So they're really, really neat. You kind of can see them, but they are disguised. And this ensures the safety of both guests and animals while maintaining the illusion of a seamless, open landscape. You may be asking yourself, when did this open? Well, Kilimanjaro Safaris debuted with Disney's Animal Kingdom on April 22nd, 1998, which is Earth Day. And a little fun fact for everybody, I actually went to Animal Kingdom about a week after it opened. There's a fun fact. I like to throw those fun facts in every now and again. I don't remember that trip, but because I was very young, I was about 3. So I just wanted to throw that in as something fun. From the very beginning of this attraction's debut, it was a park signature. It embodied the park's mission of conservation, education, and adventure. Over the years, the experience has evolved, with changes to the storyline, and the habitats have improved, but the heart of the ride still remains the same. A chance to see real animals up close in an environment designed to be as natural as possible. Now, let's get into where the truck actually goes, because this is a really interesting way. So the safari truck travels through multiple distinct ecosystems that are carefully designed to reflect the diverse environments of Africa. First, you're going to go into I may be saying these wrong, so I apologize. Ituri Forest, which is a dense, shady forest where you might spot some okapi, some bongos, and some other elusive creatures. This is a nice kickoff to the attraction because I think you get to kind of see all these little things in the beginning. You're like, oh, cool. This is really nice. It's very shaded. They kind of blend in, but they're really, really cute too. The okapi and the bongos. I'm just pointing that out. Then you're going to go into the Safi River, which is a lush, water-filled area, and it is home to hippos, which you may see above or below the water, as well as the Nile crocodile, and you can see them lurking in the banks. These are really cool, and they're kind of below, so always look down, but make sure you don't look too far over the safari vehicle, and you are safely seated at all times. Then you're going to go into the savanna, which is a wide open grasslands that are home to some of the most breathtaking animal encounters, including giraffes, zebras, wildebeest, and antelope. The sheer size of this makes it feel like a real safari. It is so neat. And sometimes it's really cool because the animals get curious, especially in the savannah, and they come pretty close to the safari vehicle. They don't call them over or anything. They just decide they want to come over, and it's really neat. And I've had a giraffe come and poke its little head like, hey, how you doing, in one of my safari vehicles. At one time I've done this. Very fun experience. Like I said, no two experiences are the same. Then we go into elephant country. This is a dedicated space where the African elephant can roam freely. If you're lucky, you might even see a baby elephant playing. Then we go into one of my personal favorites, the lion overlook. This is the highlight of the ride and something you often see because the lions are out. No, you have to catch them early in the morning to get that roar because lions are sleepy little creatures. And they're not little. I love lions. I think they're the best. But they're sleepy creatures, and as cute as they can be, they want to nap all day. So they only usually roar in the very, very early at times. So you might not catch them doing their cute little roar that you see kind of in promotional videos or on Instagram. But just know they are there. And this is where you see the lions enjoying their day. Then you're going to go into I'm going to try and say this. Magadi, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Glen. And this is the final stretch, where you will see white rhinos, ostriches, and other animals, including the cheetahs, which I love, and lately they've had goats there as well in different areas. But I love the cheetahs. I love big cats. I think big cats are amazing. And sometimes if there's 4 of them, I will affectionately call them the cheetah girls. I don't know if they're girls or guys. I just know I name them after all the cheetah girls. And sometimes I think that one of the cheetah girls may go away, like in the 3rd movie. But I'm very sad when Raven was not in the 3rd movie. And this is a tangent again. But you might see cheetahs. And this happens all before returning to the base of the safari, and then you will then exit the safari after you go through all of these areas. Now, let's talk about what the benefit of this attraction is. Kilimanjaro Safaris is unlike anything else in Walt Disney World. It's an opportunity to do the following. See real animals up close. So instead of audio animatronics, guests can encounter living, breathing wildlife in the environment that closely resembles their natural habitats. This is something that I think is incredible and is a complete and total plus. They also have the ability to experience a different ride every time. Since the animals are able to move freely, as well as some animals come in and out just based on the day-to-day procedures, no 2 safaris are ever the same. Sometimes you'll see elephants splashing in the water. Other times you'll see a giraffe that kind of blocks your truck's path. Additionally, weather plays a huge impact. And time of day. So usually the animals are more active in the morning and in the evening. So if you are looking to get on a safari where animals are very active, check then. Additionally, weather conditions, so thunderstorm, rain showers, etc., greatly impact the experience, because sometimes in the rain showers, I've seen animals be exceptionally playful just because it's not thundering and lightning, it's not dangerous to the animals. They're enjoying the rain and they're playing. I've also seen it be the middle of the summer in July and it's hot. So those animals are taken care of, yes. However, they're not as playful midday around noon when it's the hottest. Just like we would say, oh my goodness, it's so warm out right now. It's the hottest time of the day. All of that can really determine the way your safari goes and moves. So I think that in itself is an incredible benefit. I think another great benefit to this is that you are able to learn about conservation through this attraction. The attraction is deeply rooted in Disney's commitment to wildlife conservation, and many of the animals are part of the endangered species breeding program to help with the population. Lastly, a great benefit of this is you can take stunning photos. Unlike traditional zoos, where you have limited enclosures and fences, Kilimanjaro Safaris offers unobstructed, breathtaking views of the animal, and I have some incredible photos from it. I have giraffes, zebras, lions, you name it, and I have all of these pictures that are very neat. Not that they're only there for pictures, but they are something that you will never see and never encounter unless you actually did a safari. So I think this is a great opportunity. And kind of another bonus one is it helps with Walt Disney's vision of originally putting live animals in the Jungle Cruise. So this is a fun little fact. When building out Disneyland, Walt Disney really wanted to put live animals in the Jungle Cruise. However, they couldn't figure out how to keep the animals in their little enclosures. So it was too tight. Nothing really worked in California. And then they realized this is not going to work at all. However, quite a few years later, Animal Kingdom opened and they were able to put the safari in, which kind of in a different way. And isn't that life? You can envision it one way, but it turns out even better in a different way. Kilimanjaro Safaris does just that, and it shows animals in their natural habitat, so to speak, and gives an incredible attractions to involve guests of all ages and gives a very unique experience. So I think that in itself is a great benefit of this attraction. Let's get into the pros and cons of this, because as we all know, there are pros and cons to everything in life. So, pros. You have incredible animal encounters. There's nothing like seeing a giraffe walk inches away from your vehicle or spotting a lion basking in the sun. These are experiences you may never see unless you did an actual safari, which are incredible. Additionally, another pro is that it is realistic and immersive. The attraction's scale, design, and unpredictability make it feel like an actual African safari. Another pro is it is great for guests of all ages as there are no height requirements or restrictions, making it perfect for a family attraction. Another pro is that it has a long ride time. So sitting at about 20 minutes, this attraction is one of the longest in Walt Disney World, and it makes for a great value of time spent in line or getting a lightning lane for. Last pro is, like I talked about earlier, morning and evening rides are spectacular. The animals tend to be more active, as I said, during the cooler times of day, making early morning rides as well as sunset safaris extra magical. Let's get into the cons. So we all know that, like I said, there are pros and cons in life. So let's discuss those cons. It is weather dependent. With the Florida heat, the rain, or any storm that can impact the attraction and the experience, the ride may close down or animals may not be out in their full force. So know that if you are riding during that time, it can be different. It may not be what you were hoping during, for instance, a cooler time. Another con is there is unpredictable animal activity. I don't know if you've ever had a pet, but sometimes getting them to even look at you when you walk by, if you have a sassy one and you're like, hey, over here, they're like, yeah, I see you. That's an attitude of a cat, or a dog that sometimes acts like a cat. My dog would sometimes do that. She'd look at me as she's lying down and you'd say, hey, Layla, and she'd look at me, side-eye me, and put her head back down because she was taking a nap in the sun. So we all know that animals can be unpredictable, right? So it's exciting to have the safari and think you're going to see every single animal that's there. But there's always a chance that animals may be hiding, they may be inactive, or they may be off the reserve area. So just take that into consideration when you are getting in this attraction. It's not to say it'll disappoint you. It's just that it is possible. Another con is it can be bumpy. Okay, it will be bumpy. I'm going to be honest. It will be bumpy. The truck moves over a very rough terrain, which can be jarring for some guests. So for instance, if you have vertigo and it's triggered by jarring, if you've had a brain injury and again triggered by jarring, it may be uncomfortable for you. Or if you just don't like that bumpy ride, it also may be uncomfortable for you. I'm not saying that if you've had a concussion, if you've had a recent concussion, please take care of yourself. But if you've had one in the past or you have vertigo, not to go on this ride. I'm just giving you that example, as well as read those warning boards outside of the attraction to determine if it is right for you. Lastly, wait times can fluctuate. So a big con to this is that the standby line can get exceptionally long, especially midday, and this is the hottest and it's when the animals are not active. Additionally, Lightning Lane Multipass for this attraction can usually sell out at prime times or just in general. So seeing as that wait time is going to fluctuate, you may be waiting quite a bit of time. Yes, the cost benefit on a longer attraction is wonderful. However, you may be waiting quite a bit of time to get on this attraction. Usually sits at about 40 minutes, I would say, in my experience. And that's during normal time, not peak time. So take that into consideration as you will be spending, let's say, 40 minutes in line without a lightning lane, plus about 20 minutes on the attraction. So know that you do have to carve that out of your day, unlike if you had a lightning lane for instance, Peter Pan, where it's, let's say, a 4-minute ride and you're in lightning lane for 20 minutes max. That is max. So giving that indication in what you're doing in your day, it is there. Okay? Great. Let's get into our final thoughts and our rating for this Hey Disney, Give Me a Review on Kilimanjaro Safaris in Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you're visiting Disney's Animal Kingdom, Kilimanjaro Safaris is an absolute must-do. It's one of the most immersive, unique, and rewarding experiences Walt Disney World has to offer. It provides an adventure that's both educational and breathtaking. Whether it's your first ride or your 10th, maybe your 100th, every single moment has nature and beauty, and the safari ensures that there's something new to see, giving you a unique and incredible journey each and every single time. So, what is our rating based on this? Well, if you couldn't tell, here at Happily Adventures After, myself included, I love this attraction, and I give it a 5 out of 5, highly recommend. Would I ride this again? Absolutely. I try to ride it every single time I am in Walt Disney World's Animal Kingdom. If you love animals, nature, or simply just want an experience that is different from a usual theme park attraction, this safari is an unforgettable journey that is worth every moment. Whether you're a lifelong animal lover, a first-time visitor to Disney's Animal Kingdom, or someone just searching for an experience that breaks the mold of traditional theme park attractions, Kilimanjaro Safaris is a must-do. It offers something that no screen-based attraction, no audio animatronic, no roller coaster could ever match. It has real, raw, and unscripted magic and beauty of nature. From the wide-open plains to the intimate animal encounters, this ride captures the heart of what makes Disney storytelling so powerful. Please, if you are in Disney's Animal Kingdom, do not miss your chance to go on a safari ride, especially in the middle of Florida. How cool is that? It's a wild adventure you'll be talking about long after your Disney trip ends. All right, everybody, with that comes to an end for our Hey Disney, Give Me a Review on Kilimanjaro Safaris. I am so excited that I was able to share this with you, and I want to know, what are your thoughts on Kilimanjaro Safaris? Do you love it? Have you ever ridden it? Would you ride it again? What's your rating? Please share with us in the comments, as well as follow us on Instagram, which is at Happily Adventures After. Don't forget to check out our corresponding blog post to this, which is happilyadventuresafter.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast here. We are so excited to have you back for more each and every single week and enjoying the magic with you. My name's London. I love having you here, and I'm so excited to see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.